So we're here to talk about one of my favorite topics tonight, expectations. Expectations. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I mean, hey, I expect you to understand what I'm saying when I talk to you. Hey, I expect you to listen to me when I'm talking to you. Hey, I expect you to lose some weight here. Aren't you proud of your body? I expect you to treat me the way that I treat you. I expect you to show up on time when I invite you somewhere. I expect you to call me if you're not coming. I expect you to care about me when you hurt my feelings. I expect you to know what I want for Christmas. Why do I have to tell you? You should already know. I would like a Porsche in case I'm just throwing it out. I expect you to listen to me. You don't listen to me when I'm talking to you. You need to say please and thank you. I expect you to have manners. I expect you to behave yourself when you're in front of my friends. You drink too much, you embarrass me. I expect you to stop smoking. You know, you're going to kill our children. Secondhand smoke. What is wrong with you? I expect you to put your voice down when we're sitting out in public. Not that anybody will be out in public the next freaking 2 months, but I expect you to understand and know when you've hurt my feelings. I expect you to be as passionate as I am. I expect you to be as physically attracted to me as I am to you. I expect you to be as romantic as I am. I expect you to know when you hurt my feelings. I expect you to be more respectful. I'm your mother. You have any expectations? Anybody relate? The problem with expectations is that you usually don't get what you want because you can't always get what you want. I'm dating myself. So if anybody wants to put something up there, I can't wait to be completely recovered. So let's talk about what that means. And I don't know this person right this moment. Beautiful name though. What does completely recovered mean? Does that mean you're never going to have anxiety again? I'm assuming you're talking about anxiety. Does that mean you're never going to have depression again? Does that mean you're going to always feel confident, strong, independent, and worthy? No, there's no such thing as complete recovery. Even an addict will tell you they're still an addict. And I don't want that to upset you. It's called life. So instead of trying to get to a place where you expect to have everything going your way and have everything be perfect and running smoothly, the most effective way to live is to get comfortable with the fact that nothing is perfect. There's no such thing as completely recovered. There's no such thing as perfect. The most important gift you could give to yourself this Christmas, and you've got at least we've got 3.5 weeks. Oh no, we got 4 weeks, I guess. Okay. We've got 4 weeks. Well, if you're Jewish, it's 2 weeks. But you've got some time to think about your expectations. If you have expectations around the holidays, and it's tough. If you expect people to call you or show up or bring you a gift, or I have to tell you, Brandy, I think you're on here, and I heard what you did, and I love you so much. That was really beautiful. Can I share? Can I share? So we do this group on Monday night, you guys, and if you're not in the group, some people who are on, and you should join, because we'll be doing another one after the first year. Now this one sold out. It was 12 people, and oh my God, it's already been 12 weeks, and we're all going, where'd that time go? And anyway, and one of the things I wanted everybody to do, and I know I asked you all to do this last week, and I'd love to hear stories if you want to throw them up there, but I said, give someone a miracle. Give a miracle to someone this week. You can give someone a miracle. And I said it to the group last night. I said, please find someone. It could be you walk out of Starbucks and hand someone a cappuccino, or you take someone a plate of food that didn't have Thanksgiving, or you call someone and tell them how much you love them and how much you appreciate them, and give somebody any simple little thing that has nothing. Anyway, I give somebody a compliment. Compliments are really important. And Brandy is in the group on Monday nights, and she actually did it. She knows of 2 kids who have no parents, and the older son is raising his younger sibling. They're very young people too. They're not old. And she got some people together and came up with $500 worth of donations to get them Christmas gifts. And Randy, they're just, it's such a gift from God. You are such a gift from God. And I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much. It means so much to me because, that's that domino effect. It's like, hey, she got it. She heard me. She did something. And it's, it doesn't take much. And that's really what this holiday about. It's holiday is about. It's about, we're all feeling, maybe you're not. Maybe you're fortunate enough to live in Texas. Maybe it's better there. I don't know. But here in LA, it's just terrible. And, we're all sitting around already with nowhere to go and feeling very controlled. And now we might go into lockdown. And it's just insane. So I think everybody, though, everywhere is feeling off kilter, insecure, uncertain, anxious. And it goes back to, what do you expect? What do you expect this year? This is 2020. This has been the suckiest year we've had in a long time, probably since 9/11, So what are your expectations around the holidays? Because please bring them into reality. That's what I want to talk about tonight. In this book, I keep pulling stuff from my own book. Anybody ever read the book From Panic to Power? I know you have. So what do you expect? Be honest. You expect to be the best. You want to look and feel good, and you want to feel good all the time. You want to do things well. You'd love it if everybody treated you the way that you treat them. You'd like all the holidays to be perfect, all your birthdays to be remembered, all your friends to be trustworthy and supportive and love you unconditionally. You expect all the people in your life to be honest, sincere, and caring the way that you are. You expect your parents to be proud of you, your siblings to love you, your children and spouses to understand when you're upset and your feelings are hurt. You expect life to be fair. You expect good things to happen to good people and bad things to happen to bad people, right? Wrong. That's just not the way it works. The world isn't perfect, and neither are you. Thank God, because if you were, you'd bore the heck out of most people and nobody could stand you. So really, the goal is to get comfortable with the fact that nothing is perfect. Get comfortable with the fact that you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. There is no perfect life. There's no perfect marriage. There's no perfect child. Gosh, the strangest thing happened to me this weekend. I ran into a friend of mine who I didn't run into them. I ran into their son. And I haven't seen them for a long time. And I know that the father's a very successful man. And I haven't seen the kid for a long time. And he came over and I had and then after he left, someone said, "Oh, he was over there? Would you know what happened to his father?" And I was like, "No." And when I heard what they had been through, I was absolutely shocked. It was torturing. It was horrific. And from the outside, everything looked like, and for all these years, we all thought they were, the perfect family. There is no perfect family. There's no perfect life. There's no perfect spouse. There's no perfect husband. There's no perfect wife. There's no perfect child. There's no perfect Christmas. There's no perfect Thanksgiving. And when we can get our head around that, then we can appreciate what's real. Because there is a perfect kiss. And there is a perfect warm touch. And there is a perfect loving moment with your child when you're talking to them in a way that they look up at you and they know you really love them and it means everything. And there's a perfect day when you drive down the road, and today here in LA, it was the most beautiful day. It was probably in the high 70s, and it was just a crisp, sunny day. And I was doing coaching calls all day, but I ran out to go to the grocery store to get toilet paper and paper towels before things closed. No, to get the stuff to make meatloaf. I didn't even get paper towels. I'm like over it, One of my clients has a whole room full of them. I said, "Look," and he lives somewhere out of the state. "You're probably on. You're going to send me paper towels if I need them." Anyway, but I was driving down the road thinking, what a beautiful day. This is a perfect day. Perfect day. So there's perfection, and it's usually free, and it's usually simple. The most beautiful things often come for free, and they're simple, and they're magical moments, and sometimes they're with other people, and sometimes they're just by yourself. And it's hard to be alone. Most people like to be with other people. Some people are really comfortable being alone. I'm one of those people that loves to be with people. But that said, I was by myself today all day. I mean, I was on the phone doing coaching calls, and I was doing all this stuff working here, and and I ran to the store, but God, I was just in awe of how beautiful a day it was. And even though I'm not going to be with some of my family members for Christmas, and even though it doesn't look like I'm going to be with my new grandson for Christmas, I put up a Christmas tree this weekend. The house looks all Christmassy, and I am going to enjoy the holidays. It's nothing at all like I want it to be. It's certainly not going to live up to my expectations. I should. You got any of those shoulds? I should be with my grandson for his first Christmas. I should have all my children here to enjoy the Christmas tree. And we should all get up on Christmas morning to the presents like we always did. Christmas should be the way I want it to be. Damn it. Except guess what? I can't control my kids. I can't control my grandson. He's only 6 months old. I can't control the world. I can't control anything right now. All I control is how happy I choose to be every day. And that's the only expectation you can have is the expectation on yourself to expect less. And it doesn't mean you should be some loser who sits around and says, I don't give a shit. I don't expect anything. That's not what I'm talking about here. I expect you to be the best you can be. I expect you to get up in the morning with grace and gratitude. I expect you to be appreciative of what you have. I expect you to go into this Christmas holiday with a good attitude, because we're all in a sucky place here. We're all in this together. I know we've heard that a million times. And the truth of it is we are and we aren't. I have a lot of friends who live in places like, I don't know, New Hampshire, or Atlanta, or certain parts of, the country, that all the stores are open and they're going out to dinner and sitting outside. We're not doing that in LA. We can't even, everything's closed. Restaurants are just going out of business. You can't even go sit outside and eat food. You can get takeout at some places, but not many. And now they're talking about even not allowing that, just complete lockdown. So I don't know what's wrong with this governor, and I don't know what he's thinking, because the death rate for COVID right now is less than 1%. It doesn't mean we shouldn't take it seriously. It doesn't mean hospitals aren't getting full. And even hospitals that are filling up, the biggest problem, as you are hearing all over the news, is there's just not enough nurses and doctors. There's not enough staff. So it is a sucky, terrible situation. But, it's difficult that we're going into the holidays and we're going to be in lockdown. And people say, why don't you get out of LA? Well, where am I going to go? This is where I live right now. So I thought about it, but I don't know, it just didn't feel right. And I want to be home, So we've all got to make our own choices, but I want you to ask yourself some questions. Number one, I like to be in control. Yes or no? Just yes or no. Don't overthink it. Number two, I like things to be fair. Yes or no? Number three, I have a hard time saying no without feeling guilty. Yes or no? Keep track of your yeses. I like things to be perfect. Yes or no? I have high expectations of myself. Number five, yes or no? Number six, I worry about what other people think. Be honest. Just a yes or a no. Number seven, if I want something done right, I really feel like I have to do it myself if I want it done right. Yes or no? I feel guilty easily. Yes or no? Number nine, I don't like to fail. It makes me feel like a loser. I feel really bad. Yes or no? 10, I feel that people should be better listeners. 11, I don't like to cause conflict. I don't like it when people disagree with me or I get into some kind of argument. Yes or no? 12, I feel people don't appreciate all I do. Yes, they don't, or no. 13, I'm not where I want to be in my life. Yes or no? 14, there's not enough time in my day. I always feel in a hurry. I'm always spinning. 15, I have a hard time sleeping and I don't feel rested. Now, just real quickly, how many of you answered yes to more than 5 of those? Okay, so what does that mean? Okay. There's a really good chance you're a perfectionist. There's also a good chance you're not very assertive. You need to work on being more assertive, not aggressive, standing up for yourself, saying what you mean. There's a pretty good chance you've got unrealistic expectations. And there's a little bit of a chance that you might see yourself as a victim sometimes. It's not my fault. People don't understand me. People don't really love me the way that I love them. People don't treat me the way that I treat them. And by the way, it's not a bad thing. This is not a bad thing. What it means is you probably need to do some self-reflection over Christmas. I think the beauty of the time that we're in right now, and I get chills, but I get your eyes. I get, me and my magical thinking. Okay. Um, I'm going to do this podcast and it's going to be called Let Go with Lucinda. It should be called Magical Thinking with Lucinda, because I tend to be a magical thinker. And by that, I mean, um, yeah, I'm into double digits. um, when I say magical thinker, I really do believe, by the way, this is my LA sweatshirt. Is this badass? This thing, it just really rocks. I have to show you, I just bought it. I just think it's so cute. Anyway, so by magical thinker, I really want you, and I want to share something from this book. I love this book. I just forget how much I like these books that I write, and I appreciate that I appreciate them. How else is that? I want you to take some chances in the next 4 weeks with your heart. I want you to reach out to people. I want you to tell people that you haven't told for a long time that you love them. I want you to turn around, tell your wife how beautiful she is when she gets up in the morning and, her teeth are missing and her hair's a mess. No, take it a little far, but you know what I'm saying. I want you to tell your kids how much you appreciate them. I want you to call someone you haven't talked to in months and tell them how much you miss them and how much you love them. I want you to take time to, if a new neighbor moved in, go over and take them a bottle of nice wine and welcome them to the neighborhood. Oh, I can't do any of that. There's COVID. Yes, you can. Put a mask on. Tell them, hey, I washed it down with hand sanitizer. Put it in a bag. There's a lot of ways to do things. Get creative. But reach out to somebody. Far better it is to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to rank with those poor souls who neither enjoy much nor suffer much, because they live in the gray twilight that knows neither victory or defeat. What if they're the what ifers, Or what if I went next door and she doesn't open the door? What if she thinks I'm weird if I take her a bottle of wine because of COVID? What if I call my friend and she doesn't remember who I am and I'm embarrassed? What if I compliment my husband and he doesn't compliment me back? What if I reach out and try to kiss him and make love to him and he's not reciprocative, or how can you say, doesn't reach back? Am I going to be embarrassed? Am I going to feel bad about myself? Well, what if you go over and offer the neighbor a bottle of wine, and you have a mask and she has a mask, and she ends up being a good friend of yours? And what if you reach out to your husband and he reaches back and kisses you back and wants to make love? What if you tell your daughter how much you love her and how special she is, and she says, wow, Mom, that really means a lot to me. You're such a great mom. I love you too. What if you pick up the phone and call about a job that you saw on one of these on LinkedIn, and they call you for an interview and you make more money this year than you made last year? What if you go on Tinder and you meet the love of your life? What if something good happens? What if big things come from this whole thing? Thank you. Um, I'm happy I'm doing a podcast too. I'm happy that I wrote these books. And, I'm so happy to do these Zoom calls because I have this incredible belief that we're all in this together, that we're all in these Zoom calls together. I'm so honored to be here. My message to you this week, and I always do this, and I haven't done this lately because I've been in a hurry because I've got so much going on. I'm not sure where my cards are. Oh, here they are. I always pull cards for you guys. I'm going to pull a card. This one says, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. I don't know who that's for. This one says, make time right now to write your thoughts in a journal with a pen or in a book. Keep track of your thoughts right now. This is a really beautiful one. Give your cares and worries to the angels. Allow us to take your burdens. Focus on being positive. So you have messages right there from the universe. I just pulled those cards. As you all know, I sit and meditate before I do these things. I breathe and I ask God for, any kind of energy, message, something that I'm supposed to share with all of you. And all I kept getting today was expectations, expectations. Talk about expectations. Tell them. Like, believe me, I'm nobody special. I'm like, I'm just this person who I open my channels up to a higher power. And therefore I have this energy and it comes down and I see, hawks. Like, I must have seen 15 hawks today. And it was like, God, what are you trying to tell me? And that message is, you're on the right path. You're going in the right direction. You're supposed to give information. You're supposed to be a leader. And look, I don't know what that means for me, but I'm going in all these interesting directions right now. But what the universe or God came down and told me to tell you tonight is to lower your expectations. And that doesn't mean don't have any expectations, don't set goals. It means come down to reality, you guys. Love yourself unconditionally, the way you would love a small child. Love your partner unconditionally. Accept the fact that nobody's perfect. Accept the fact that we live in an unperfect world. Accept the fact that this holiday is going to be strange, and that don't sit around and go, poor me. My kids aren't going to come home for the holidays. Well, neither are mine. And I could sit there and feel bad, but I'm going to enjoy my holiday. I'm going to make the best of it. I'm going to be grateful for the fact, that I'm here with all of you, and I'm lucky enough to do this work, and that you guys, like Brandy, actually went out. Think of that, okay? I made a suggestion yesterday on that call, and Brandy went out and found a way to bring $500 to a needy family for Christmas presents. 700. Woo! It's going up. It's really a beautiful thing. And that's the beauty of what we can all do. And when you say, no, I can't, I don't have anything to give. Yes, you do. Just yourself, your heart, your soul, your kindness. Just telling someone out how lovely they are. Even if they're not lovely, everybody wants to know they've got something. Everybody wants to know they're loved. So lower your expectations and go big when it comes to things that you can do for others. I love this one too. My crown is in my heart, not on my head, nor decked with diamonds and Indian stones. This one makes me want to cry. Nor to be seen. My crown is called content. A crown it is that seldom kings enjoy. William Shakespeare, just in case you wondered. And it's one of my favorite quotes. And I have to tell you, it took me a long time to get to the point that I even understood what that meant. I thought I was content. I'm content. I've got a great life. I'm writing books. I've got 2 kids. I really didn't know what contentment is. And by the way, it's not the same for everybody. But my definition of contentment, I always love to look it up in the dictionary. I really love to do that. Let me see if I can find it really quick. I don't know about you guys, but I have the dictionary on my phone. The state of being satisfied, the act of feeling satisfied. That's basically it. See that? Now that to me is so small-minded, but it does say the state of being contented, satisfied, ease of mind. So I think when you talk about lowering your expectations, I want to add on to the end of that, find contentment in the next 4 weeks and journal about it. When do I feel content? And what does contentment mean to me? What does it feel like when I'm contented? So for me, it's when I feel, I love that, peaceful and grateful and satisfied is a really good word. Just, I'm good. I'm in a good place. I feel rested. I feel safe. I think for you guys, for me, safety is so important. I feel safe. I feel loved. I feel satisfied. I feel grounded. I feel spiritually connected to something. I'm telling you, that's what contentment is to me. I have enough. I'm okay to be where I'm at right now. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. I don't need to spin. I don't need to be busy. I'm content. And I am inviting you. I love that word. In fact, try using that word this week with people. Change the way you talk. Instead of saying, and the challenging thing is, say, and the fascinating thing about that is. And instead of saying, and then this happened and that happened, but instead of saying, but, say, and. This happened and this and take the but out of it and replace it with the word and. I lost my job, but I'm scared I'm never going to get another one. How about I lost my job and I'm scared I'm going to get another, not going to get another one. I'm going to look around. I'm going to see what I can find. The challenging thing is, the hard thing is, the difficult thing is, I'm so stressed out. How about the fascinating thing is, I'm alone for the first time in a long time. I have to spend all this time by myself. And the interesting thing is, I'm finding things to do. Instead of the challenging, the difficult, start viewing things a little more differently. And find a moment when you're sitting there. Maybe you're reading a book. Maybe you're watching a TV series. Maybe you're sitting outside. Maybe you're driving down the road like I was today and you're going, wow, what a beautiful sunset. I am so content right now. That's interesting. I'm all by myself, driving down the road. There's nobody sitting beside me, nobody holding my hand, nobody making me feel safe, nobody making me feel loved, and I'm content. So contentment needs to be defined by you. So define contentment for yourself this week, and then spend this week finding time to be content. And the funny thing about contentment is it kind of rubs off on other people. Like when you're calm and you're content and you're in a moment, your kids know it. They're like, oh wow, look, mom's interestingly not all stressed out and neurotic like she normally is. Wonder what that's called. And you'll go, that's called contentment, kids. A crown that seldom kings do wear. And then read them that quote. Because you know how it is. We're all going to be wondering what's under. You guys are so great. I love these things. I love that. Replace but with and. Yeah, that's a good one. The Monday class. The Monday class. Somebody would like more information. So I want to say one thing. When you think about the Christmas presents you're going to give people, or the Hanukkah presents you want to give people, don't go big. Go small. Think of something that speaks to their heart. Give them something that really speaks to who they are. Well, I know that he really loves to cook, so I'm going to just go buy him 3 beautiful spoons, or a really pretty bowl, or a really pretty whisk, because I know that she loves to make cookies and sauces. Or, I know he loves to read. Someone just brought me, actually it wasn't for me, it was a gift from my son, the most amazing book about Magellan's, the explorer Magellan. And it was such a sweet thing to do, and he signed it. And give people gifts that speak to their soul, that speak to their heart. Give people gifts that will help them find that space of contentment. And you need to find that space for yourself. And I want you to define what contentment means to you in a paragraph, or I love bullet points, but a paragraph's good too. And then I want you to spend the next week finding moments in your life when you find true contentment. And then I want you to think about gifts you can give to the people in your life that you love that speaks to helping them find a moment of contentment. You know, maybe you know someone who is really into sweatshirts. I'm really into sweatshirts. Just go buy them a cool sweatshirt from Target. It doesn't have to be anything. Go on the internet. Go on, Amazon. Go somewhere. Maybe they want a Lakers sweatshirt. I don't know. Maybe you know somebody who's into hats. I love hats. This is just in case you're thinking about getting me a present. Hats work really well. So do sweatshirts. I also like to read. No, I'll tell you what. Giving someone a self-help book that's really special, like The Universe Has Your Back, or hey, you get them a book by Lucinda Bassett. I love crystals. I don't know if you've ever given anybody a crystal, but you can get these really cool little boxes of crystals on Amazon for like $19, and they all have meanings. And there's like a box of 5. Anything that brings someone peace is a really good gift. And anything that speaks to what you know about them. Maybe they like to take baths. Maybe they have a little dog or a cat that means a lot to them. So you go out. I have a friend that has a cat that's so cool. And the cat is always out running around, and they live in a busy neighborhood, and the cat didn't have a collar. Because a lot of cats don't have collars. And I kept saying to her, you got to get that cat a collar. Someone's going to steal that cat. That cat's the coolest cat because it's the coolest cat in the whole world, right? It's this black cat with green eyes, and the cat's name's Roy. That was my dad's name. And the cat is like, it goes meow. It's just this badass cat. So I went to the pet store and I bought a black collar with little rhinestones on it. And I bought a bright pink heart and had Roy put on it. And I gave it to her. Let me tell you something. To give to Roy, she was blown away. Blown away. And it probably cost me $12. So think about something special that you can give somebody. Another friend of mine, I was at a store the other day looking for something, and someone had made these little bracelets with the name of our town on them. And they're like little kids, prettiest little, but they're just this stupid little bracelets and in little like baby stones. It said the name of our town, and I gave her that. That was a gift I gave her. It was $15. So I want you to go find some really cool things. And if you don't want to leave the house, you can get them on Amazon. My contentment is making you a great loaf of bread. Yes! Someone's making me a loaf of bread, and they're actually sending it to me. I am thrilled. Listen, and that's another thing. Make somebody Christmas cookies. If you're someone that likes to bake, my God, what a gift. Bake somebody a loaf of bread. Like I'm making somebody a meatloaf tonight. And I don't know if you like meatloaf. I'm from Ohio. But we're trying to do this keto diet. So I'm doing meatloaf and cream spinach, and hopefully I'm trying to keep it. The keto diet's all about no carbs. It's not that hard to do, really. But you can have a lot of fat, and so you can have good food. You just can't eat sugar. So I'll let you know how it works in another couple of weeks. Hopefully I'll lose this turkey tummy that I've got. Anyway, so that's our message for tonight. Tone it down. Bring those expectations down to a real place. Expect less, get more. Find contentment in your life this week. Bring contentment to someone else. This guy, I know he loves to cook bread. Can you imagine, your husband walking out with a loaf of bread and some really great dips or butter and a glass of red wine and saying, you look like you've had a long day. I mean, I'd be like, are you kidding me? Really? Jeez. Flowers, women love. Stop somewhere and get some flowers, and take your neighbor some roses. You can get them for $12. They're the simplest things in life. Who wouldn't love to get 12 roses? I love flowers. There's another thing you can get me. I'm in a funny mood tonight. I hope you guys like it when I behave this way. I was really serious last week. That doesn't happen very often. I'm sure it will happen again, but most of the time, this is what you're going to get. Okay. All right. Okay, so we got to breathe tonight. I know you'd love to hear me talk for another 20 minutes, but as you know, I'm trying. I really sucked at keeping this short tonight. I really did, but that's okay. So change your difficult to interesting and fascinating, and change your but to and. And stop shitting all over yourself. I should be a better mother. I should lose weight. I should be a better wife. I should get back to work. No, stop shitting all over yourself. Stop shitting all over everybody else. Change those expectations. It would be preferable if I would lose 5 or 10 pounds. It would be preferable if I would be a little more motivated to look for a job. I should. Stop shitting all over yourself. All right, we're going to breathe. So put your hands on your turkey tummy. And you want to breathe as though you're sucking on a bottle of water, okay? Not a bottle of wine. It's a different way you drink. The wine's like, no. We're going to drink like we're drinking from a bottle of water. Okay. We're going to breathe like this. So you want to just breathe through your mouth. So it's, you breathe into the count of 3 and your belly should go up in the air. And then you breathe out slowly. And I'm going to play some badass music, and I'm going to give you some badass affirmations. Contentment. Okay? We're going to focus on that. I'm going to turn the music on. I hope y'all can hear me. Hope y'all can hear me. This is a badass breathing song. Just want to go. I am strong. I am healthy. I am loving. I am giving. I am grateful. Sit back, close your eyes, open your mouth, and breathe. Safe to be in my body. Safe to breathe. Safe to surrender. Safe to let go. I call upon the great I am, masters of light and angelic forces, to give everyone a clear signal of their connection to their higher self. Safe to be in my body. Safe to let go. I am meant to be here. I am meant to be successful and happy and have peace of mind. I am meant to have joy in my life. I am loved. I am loving. Keep breathing. I call upon the great I am, masters of light and angelic forces, to bring any information or messages to anyone in this group at this time who may need to hear or see or have this information. Open your eyes, open your mind, open your heart. Close your eyes and breathe. Open your heart to any information that needs to come your way at this time. Keep breathing. I invite you to make a commitment to contentment this week. Call upon the great I am to give everyone here information and signs this week about how to give someone in their life a miracle. Someone needs their energy. Someone is waiting. Someone is watching and hoping that someone sees that they need a miracle. Small things can become big things. Keep breathing. I invite you now to shake your fingers and your toes. Bring your breathing back to a steady pace. Come back into the room with me. I always get emotional when I breathe, you guys. I feel so lucky to bring you some light, through this whole COVID thing, and it means so much to me that you show up. And thank you so much for trusting me. And so now get out there this week and trust yourself, because yourselves, because that beautiful energy that you just felt is inside of you. It's above you. It's in your chakras, and it's there to share with others. And so go make it an incredible week to be you, okay? God bless all of you. Go have a good week. I'll be here next Tuesday with bells on my toes. I might even wear some reindeer ears if you're lucky, okay? No promises.